comfy. So this is an office chair that I've bought from NOBLEWELL, and it's a pretty good chair. I'm going to go over some of the things I like about it, some of the things that could be better, and you can make up your own mind from there.
This isn't chair sized. Lots of pieces.
First of all, this is your standard office chair. You can roll around, it's got wheels on the bottom, you can sort of do this. It's very comfy, you've got a very big spongy sort of seat here with some shaping to it to make it sort of nestle your bum in. And then you've got some adjustable armrests that you can adjust at sort of any increment and have them at various things. I tend to keep them for myself personally quite low. You can change the tilt using the little levers on the bottom, so you can go quite far forward, you can go quite far back, like so, however you want it. And then you've obviously got height controls where you can go up and down, like so. So I'm 6 foot, about the tallest this goes, makes it so that comfortably my feet will be off the ground. I tend to have it fairly close to the bottom actually, even though I'm quite tall. So if I bring it down as low as it will go, that takes my legs at about a 90-degree angle. So it's quite a tall chair, and if you're a short person, you might find that could be an issue. I take it just ever so slightly off of that sort of bottom level. So yeah, just bear that in mind if you're buying this. I'm 6 foot, and at the lowest it is more than comfortable for me. If you're quite short, you've got quite short legs, that might be an issue. Now in terms of comfort, it's great. Obviously the foam padding, like I mentioned earlier, is nice, and at the back you've got this sort of mesh, which is more than comfortable. It's got a lot of flex to it, so it feels quite nice on your back, and there is an adjustable support at the back that you can use to just support your lumbar. So you can move it with these two little levers here, up and down, and yeah, you can sort of change and see how comfortable that is depending on what you're thinking. Now in terms of just normal noise and creaking and stuff like that, obviously this is still a new chair, so it's hard to give you the clearest idea, but it's not too bad. So if I sort of adjust myself like so, there is a little bit of noise, a tiny little bit of creaking. That's quite exaggerated movement for like normal everyday movement. Getting up, sitting down. It's quite a quiet chair. One thing I did notice though is when I was wheeling around, yeah, suddenly we get a lot more noise. I mean, you know, I am on carpet. It's not quite the easiest thing to roll around on carpet, so fairly simple to use, easy to get around, comfortable. A little bit noisier than I probably would have liked, but ultimately it's not too bad, and actually I quite like it. Let's change that lumbar support a bit. Now one slight quality control issue I had, when the box turned up, it was a little bit bashed up. Nothing too serious, but I did notice on the legs of the chair there are a couple of scratches. So when I first unboxed this, that was a little bit disappointing. Obviously quality control probably not 100% there. Obviously it doesn't affect the functionality of the chair at all, and I will almost definitely forget that those scratches are there, but it is something that could be better. Obviously you get your full 360-degree movement like so. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent chair. Oh, the only other thing that annoys me is that you do get a headrest, which is quite nice, but there's not really any way of like bringing it forward. It needs to come a bit further forward than it actually is, because in order for me to rest my head on the headrest, I have to sort of sit like that, and if I'm doing that, I'm not working. Even if I'm like quite far forward, there's no point where that actually makes any sense to me. Like if I was to lean the chair back and then I could rest my head, that still feels like it's too far back. It feels like there's almost no point there being a headrest. Now, for some people that literally will be the case, and I might just take the headrest off. I had to put it together when I assembled this thing, so I can take it off if I want to. You can't stop me.